The Free Gems Podcast, ladies and gentlemen. You are here with us on episode 121.
121.
Listen, man, appreciate y'all tuning in, man. We here on a beautiful Wednesday morning to bring y'all some news.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
A whole lot of news. We're going to break down a whole lot today in this episode.
Events, you know what I'm saying?
So
NFL Week 1 just happened.
Strap in.
Yes, sir. Strap in because
First,
a lot of things that's been going on. But yeah, let's rock out.
First and foremost.
Let's go.
First and foremost, we got to say this. We got to go R.I.P. to James Earl Jones.
Damn, James Earl Jones.
You got to do the RIPs out the way, man.
My boy almost made it to 100.
He was 93, man.
That's gangster.
Yeah, that's. Listen, he lived a long, fulfilling life. You feel me? He was the voice of your childhood. You feel me?
I was about to say James Earl Jones. Y'all don't know, right?
Mufasa, Darth Vader,
Mufasa,
King Joffrey. That was my guy.
I was about to say he was in Coming to America. You don't know that you know James Earl Jones, but trust me, he's important to your life.
He's one of them. I feel like he's one of them black actors that's been on my whole life.
Yeah,
he's one of those.
Yeah, nah, for sure, man. R.I.P. to a legend for real, man.
Yeah.
And
he time stamped forever. That he'll forever go down in history. And
but
he
93, man.
That's what I'm saying. A long, fulfilling life.
Ain't nothing to be sad about. It is what it is. Cause 93 is a blessing. You know what I'm saying? Like
And on another RIP to Rich Homie Quan. We gotta do our RIPs at the big top.
Hold on, we gotta talk about this
RIP Rich Homie Quan, man.
Bro. That shit is saddening, bro.
34.
34 years old, man, and died to what they're saying was drug overdose. Some people saying it was a fake pill, and it sounds like fentanyl is claiming another body.
You know how that goes.
It sounds like that, and man, I just want to make sure we say R.I.P. to Rich Homie Quan, and more importantly, like, hopefully this is a learning lesson to anybody that's out there, just playing Russian roulette with their lives with these drugs, man. It ain't 10 years ago where, like,
you don't know
motherfuckers just popping pills, you could just do whatever. Like, we in 2024 where that pill could be your last pill.
You don't even know you really don't even know what you're taking.
That's what I'm saying.
You don't
that
even know
little
what you're
key
taking.
bump, you don't know if that's cocaine, fentanyl, ketamine, you don't know what it is, and you're mixing it with whatever the fuck you was already on, and that is going to cause the demise of a lot of people. And it's just sad to get to see such a young and spiritful, like, just Rich Homie Quan, man. Like,
he talk
about our childhood,
crazy.
like, just like James Earl Jones, Rich Homie Quan had a lot to do with it.
Yeah, early 2010s, he was going crazy.
What, from like 2011, like 2015, 16.
That was he was going crazy with the whole Rich Gang and everything. But yeah, I just want. You got off the top of the episode, we got to get out and RP Fat Man Scoop, feel me?
Damn,
got to throw that in there. We got Fat Man Scoop, and the thing about Fat Man Scoop, man, he collapsed on stage.
Seriously?
On stage?
I didn't know that.
Oh, while he was performing, his last words, something like this. Don't quote me. His last words were, something. Put your hands up. Hyping up the crowd. His last words were hyping up the crowd, and he collapsed.
Damn.
So he ended up passing away doing what he loves. Feel me? Doing what he's known for.
I was gonna say there's a little bit of there's like a beauty in that, low key. Like there's something poetic about that. Like,
if you with me, put your hands up, something like that, hyping up the crowd.
Damn, Fat Man Scoop.
Yeah, man. And he got a Grammy. Shout out to Fat Man Scoop. Got a Grammy.
So much happened that it's just like, damn, that all did happen in a matter of like a week.
Yeah, man. R.I.P. Fat Man Scoop. He was in his 50s or so.
Yeah, man. It's crazy because all three people we just named died in such different fashions.
And different age groups.
Right.
Like,
you see what old age is, and then you see people playing, like, unfortunately, Rich Homie Quan having to pass at such a young age. And then you got Fat Man Scoop, who just health-wise, I'm assuming it has something to do with his
I think it was hard. I
mean, you don't just collapse at 53 and pass away without having a health issue. So it's easy to assume that it's health. But it's crazy because I be watching people say, like, I heard this quote. It was like, you don't see no obese people in their 70s, like, and it's true. You don't make it to 60, 70, and you see it with a person named Fat Man Scoop. You see him at 53, which is fucking young, bro.
Yeah,
like,
that's very young.
Oh my gosh,
that's very young.
Is
insane.
That's
to just go on stage. It's crazy.
Damn.
Right, but
R.I.P. to the legend, man.
Yeah,
legendary people that died. And I mean, I will say though, NFL Week 1, I did love how the tribute people were playing to Rich Homie Quan. They were hitting the Quan.
Yeah, I see that. I see that. Yeah.
It was a sad week, man. But at the same time, football's back, so it's something to look forward to. Something to distract our minds because it's so much negativity surrounding like the news. I feel like on a daily basis, where it's like, man, just give us a bright light.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. So, it's something that, and that's the thing, man. That's the thing about entertainment, and that's the role that entertainment has always played throughout history. Is a distraction with what's going on in life, and sometimes. It can. There's two ends of the spectrum. One end of the spectrum, it could be too much entertainment and you don't realize what's going on in real life, or the other end of the spectrum where sometimes you need a break from real life. You need that entertainment. And it's crazy how even today you can look at ancient history and all other civilizations that have fell. They use some type of entertainment or so to get the mind. To get people's minds off what was really going on, and like I said, there's two ends of the spectrum to that. But
yeah,
you spoke about the NFL, and I wanted to briefly touch on the Brazil game, and not necessarily about the game. The NFL, the push, and they say they care about player safety and players' health, and if you actually looked at that game, man, the field was horrible.
Yeah, I heard.
Slipping and
I was out of town, so I didn't get to see it, but I heard that shit was horrible.
They claim they care so much about the players and what the play and player safety and everything, and they're gonna put them in a situation. They're gonna spend billions of dollars. They didn't do no research on the field. It didn't matter about the field to them. They just saw money. So we on one end they say they care about the players. On the other end, they'll put them on a field with a horrible field like that, which a lot of things can happen. Jordan Love got hurt that game, and I'm not saying it was because of the field, but I'm just saying, I saw a lot of times, one wrong angle, it could have been over for a lot of people in that game.
For sure. You talking about $1 million fucking ACLs? Like, this ain't no regular. I just got hurt. This ain't workers' comp. Like, this is like the face of a franchise could get hurt right here. Hey, shit, look at Jordan Love.
They say they care about the players. You know how many ACLs that MetLife Stadium is taking? Literally MetLife Stadium.
Yeah, I heard about MetLife.
And players have been advocating for natural grass. Advocating, the turf doesn't give like it needs to. So, when you're making these cuts at the top of your routes or, making these cuts and your ACL go one way, your knee go the and it just shows, like, they say they care about player safety, but do they actually care about player safety? Are they listening to what the players want? Like, something so trivial as the condition of the field. You would think that they would have checked it out beforehand. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
they just figured, listen, it's Brazil, the weather's nice, we'll be all right. Like, this shit's probably going to be good.
We're trying to expand our market. We want to go to Brazil. They didn't even think about looking at the actual field that the players were playing on, which is so pivotal.
Yeah, right. It's so minute. It's like, how the fuck did you look over that? Yeah.
They don't. That's what I'm saying. You say you care about player safety, but do you really care about player safety like you say you do?
And I mean, while we're here talking about NFL, man, we got to speak on this Tyreek Hill situation, man. I know
that was gonna be the next one.
Yeah. I was gonna transition to that first, but
I just wanted to bring it. I just want to.
We got to talk about the Tyreek Hill situation. For people who don't know, Tyreek Hill is easily top 3 NFL players. One of the best players in the league, hands down.
One of the faces of the league.
Yeah, one of the faces of the league. Plays for the Miami Dolphins. So he is on the way to work and gets pulled over, and I think it was like a McLaren or something. I don't know what kind of. I think it was a McLaren. He pulled up in a what's-a-name. Yeah. I don't know what that is. That was a what's-a-name. Whatever the fuck he was driving, that's a what's-a-name. Because I don't know what the fuck that was.
I think it was a McLaren.
Listen, that was the I can't afford that. Yeah. That's what the fuck that was. So he gets pulled over in that, and the Florida State Sheriffs, I believe, was the ones who pulled him over. It was the sheriffs, right? So the sheriff department pulls him over, and respectfully, Tyreek Hill, I'm going to be honest, I don't feel like he handled himself in the best way with the initial contact with the police, which kind of led to how the situation escalated so quickly and he ended up getting mistreated. But I do feel like they definitely went overboard with the way that they were treating him, for sure. For sure, though, he also did trigger their reaction, which doesn't give them a right to overreact, but it does give you once you put it in context, because at first, as soon as he got pulled over, it was like big news because it was the season opener. It's Tyreek Hill, one of the best players in the league.
At home, too.
Right, at home. And he got pulled over down the street from the stadium. Which you can kind of assume there's got to be signs all around downtown Miami leading to the stadium with his face probably on it. His face probably on the stadium. So, like, imagine getting pulled over in front of your job. You tell him, like, yo, I'm about to be late for work. Like, yeah, I'm a $40 million a year man. Like, please let me go to work. Like, what are y'all doing? And being police officers who tend to be football fans, I'm sure they knew who he was like almost immediately, you know. But I want to hear your thoughts on it because there was a lot that went on, and I'm sure you have a bunch of facts and things that you want to talk. You want to disinvolve. So I want to hear your thoughts on the whole Tyreek Hill situation.
So my thing is, when first of all, they released the body cam footage.
Yeah.
At first, he said he was going 100 miles an hour. There was no way he was going 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, not on them streets.
No. First of all, not on them streets. Not the way the traffic was. It was movable traffic. It was moderate traffic. And from the body cam footage, ain't no way he was going 100 miles an hour. That's first of all. Second of all, you are correct in saying that he didn't comply as well as he could have, but at the same time, it's the police jobs to de-escalate situations.
Yeah,
that's their job, to de-escalate situations. Second of all, he said he was going to step out of the car. He was getting out the car and they threw him on the ground. You know what I mean?
They pulled his ass out.
They ripped him up. They ripped him out and threw him on the ground. That's second of all. Third of all, they had him in handcuffs by the curb, and then they put him in a chokehold to get him to the ground. And then not only that, Calais Campbell got arrested.
One of his teammates,
who's 6'9", 300 pounds. Yeah. By the way, who was a bystander in the situation. He was just a bystander watching in the situation. There are laws to protect people and vulnerable people in Tyreek Hill's position. Calais Campbell was a bystander watching from the side, not interfering with the police job and investigation, right? And they went and arrested him. Only time they do that is when they're probably doing something that they don't want you to see. You know how many times bystanders have actually saved the person who was getting, an altercation with a cop or an officer or whatever the case? So Calais Campbell did what I think is a good job of being a bystander and watching, but the cop came over and didn't want him watching, which is another red flag in the situation.
I do want to say something though.
Go ahead.
Because I've been in this situation a million times, literally. As a motherfucker who's been arrested dozens of times, literally. I can say two things. Calais Campbell, yes, he was trying to be a good teammate and a good friend, but couple things he did wrong. First of all, you can't just pull over on the side of the road because you see your man's getting pulled over.
That was John Smith.
Well, there was two different cars actually. So yeah, John Smith Fax, another teammate of Tyreek Hill, he pulled over. First of all, you can't just pull over in front of at the scene of a fucking somebody getting pulled over. Like you can't just you're in the middle of traffic at the end of the day. Like
I didn't see his car. I only saw John Smith's car.
It was the Rolls Royce Cullinan that just pulled up in front of the scene and illegally parked right in front. I'm like, yo, what are you doing?
You sure that wasn't John Smith?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. John Smith, regardless. Multiple people pulled over and to interfere with this situation. Maybe the more correct thing to do would have been, park across the street in an actual parking place. You just pulled over sideways. Like if you see his car is just in the middle of the road. Like, what are you doing?
I think you're confusing John Smith's car. I don't remember Clay's.
It doesn't matter. Two people pulled over. That's all that matters. Yeah. A Rolls Royce Cullinan illegally pulls over in the middle of the street, right?
Yes.
And I don't know. I think Calais Campbell was the guy who pulled over behind him. I think he was in a Tesla, if I'm not mistaken. I think Calais Campbell pulled out of a Tesla. Regardless, you can't walk up on the scene once the police tell you, yo, back the fuck up. Back the fuck up. Back the fuck up. Shit will get bad. Like, you gotta respect whatever they're saying or else shit's gonna escalate because now you're being defiant. And you already know how this is gonna go. You're 6'9", 300, and you're black. Of course they're threatened. Of course they're threatened. They'd be threatened if you wasn't 6'9". You could have been 5'5". They would have been fucking threatened. So it's like, bro, you gotta be a little self-aware in that situation. Like, why would you just pull over to interfere with what they got going on? You could be a bystander, pull out your phone from a distance, but he was actively walking up to them, parked up right behind them, saying, what are you doing? You're not a cop. Why are you getting into that situation? You're only going to make it worse. High key.
So I didn't see where his car was, one, and
I'm like guaranteed he was the Tesla.
I didn't see him.
Smith was the Rolls Royce Cullinan.
John Smith was definitely the Rolls Royce. That's the one I saw.
Right.
I never saw Clay's car. I didn't see him walking up. I just saw him standing from a distance.
Right. And then walking up.
From all I saw him was standing from a safe distance. But at the end of the day, how many times has that bystander saved a situation from escalating even more? Or in the cop's mind, now somebody's watching. Now I can't do what I want to do.
Right.
So there's a lot of situations where where that could have went a lot of different ways and a lot of, but and all that to say, it's just ironic because I see the aftermath of this. a lot of writers, reporters, a lot of NFL fans who might most likely conservative are saying, "Oh my gosh, look how crazy Tyreek Hill was treated. I can't believe he was treated like that. I can't believe the cops did that." And my thing is, that's Tyreek Hill. Think about it. He's one of the faces of the NFL, one of the biggest names in the NFL.
Right.
Imagine what happens to people that look like Tyreek Hill,
right.
but are not Tyreek Hill.
Right, regular old Marcus from
That's
down
what
the
I'm
street.
saying. If that's happening to a $30 million Tyreek Hill, one of the faces of a $1 billion corporation, what do you think is going on down the block with somebody that looks like Tyreek Hill or another situation? I feel like those same people who are saying that about Tyreek Hill, oh my gosh, he was so treated unfair. If that would have been somebody else, I bet you their narrative would have been a little different. That's all I'm saying.
And I'm gonna be honest, watching that shit was pretty triggering. Like, I don't know, man. It just gets so spooky. I'm so used to shit going left when you see like interactions between minorities and the police, and it's like, it was even crazier too because I don't think almost any of them cops was white. They all sounded Spanish, looked Spanish. They wasn't white. It was that power trip, that dynamic of cop versus minority, and it's like, bro, what the fuck?
It's the power trip. Absolutely, they were absolutely on a power trip, one. And number two, but you got to realize, a lot of the times, minorities, some of them are the worst ones.
Yeah,
they're the worst ones. Mm-hmm. They come into America and they want to assimilate so much into America. Right. They want to be put in a proper setting, in a proper light when it comes to the power structure. Yeah. A lot of them are a lot worse.
Yeah, no, you're right.
A lot of them are a whole lot worse.
Nah, yeah, you're right. But like I said, Tyreek Hill for sure definitely didn't help the situation because one of the main things is when the police pulled up, they knock on his window. And I mean, granted, like I said, it's like a $300,000 car. Yo, not easily on my shit. But I mean, like, what else are they gonna do? You have to roll down your window. Like, when you get pulled over, ladies and gentlemen, the smartest thing to do is roll down your window. Especially if you got limousine tints on this shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You're in Miami. You're in Florida. Open carry state. You got chances are 9 out of 10 times you pull somebody over in Florida, they got a gun. So it's like the police pulled up on him. He has his window still rolled up. That's problem number one. That's textbook. You should know better.
Yes,
as a minority, you've been taught better. Roll down your window, gang. And don't give them no reason to get more angry or feel any type of threat. You're already black. You're already you're super rich, which doesn't help the fact that they feel like you feel entitled just because you're in this $300,000 car. So it's like they roll down the window and tell him like, yo, don't knock on my shit like that. Like, yo, bro, what? That shouldn't have been your response. Hey, how's it going? License registration, here you go. Like, my first thing when I get pulled over is, do you mind if I reach for my license and get my registration out the glove compartment? That's all you should be talking about. Not, yo, don't knock on my window. Because you're inviting that energy high key. Like,
I'm not saying he. I agree.
What he fucked up was he rolled that window back up.
He rolled it back up. Yeah.
Bro, are you crazy?
He rolled his window right back up. He did.
Bro, like literally, if you wasn't Tyreek Hill, you could have died. Like, you could have died right there. Why? You're in a limousine tinted car. You could be reaching and doing anything in that motherfucker.
Literally anything.
So whatever they do from that point forward, I can't even be too I can't even fault them.
He rolled his window back up.
I heard Shannon say it the best. Shannon Sharp said, yo, you eliminated their point of contact. They cannot see you no more.
You could be doing whatever in that car.
Anything.
You could be doing whatever. Bro. He did not help.
That's where you fucked up.
He did not help the situation. I 1,000% agree. Yeah. He did not help de-escalate the situation.
And then the power trip right there started. It went from, matter of fact, come out the car.
Yeah, okay.
He said, I'm getting out within a second. Nah. Get out.
Yeah. Okay, yes.
It was that shit escalated like that.
Yes, correct.
As soon as that window went up.
I 1,000. Yo, as soon as the window put up, he was like, yo, am I pussy? He's like, yo, the cop was like, I'm pussy. Oh, yeah,
now the entitlement is there. Now you're telling me you're too rich to even to have your window down. And Tyreek, in his defense, I'm sorry, I don't mean to control. In his defense, he did say, I don't want to be spotted by a bunch of people. He is super famous, so I can kind of get it. But his attitude was, yo, get the fuck out of my face. Stop knocking on my shit.
Yeah, but where I say the cop was wrong, he said get out the car. He was getting out the car. He was immediately. He did not. He was
floored. He said, "Fuck this."
But it's not like he said no. I'm not getting out or anything. No. As soon as he said get out the car, he said I'm getting out. He was getting out the car.
He didn't give him a second to even open the door.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. And he was trying to throw him to the ground. You know what I mean?
He didn't even give him a chance to get out.
He did comply about getting out the car. He didn't help himself.
He said it. He didn't even have the chance to comply.
That's what
all he did was like, I'm getting out. And then he pulled them out. So in totality, it was all a fuckery. But what I do want to say is, ladies and gentlemen, if you see your boy getting pulled over, you see your boy getting arrested, stay at a safe distance. Don't keep approaching the situation. Because I remember, like, for example, I was getting my house raided. I'm sitting in my drawers in my mom's living room with the door. My front door is wide open. You feel me? So who comes by? Two of my friends. They come by on a bike and they see what's going on. They start walking in the driveway. The police immediately run down on them like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? This is an active investigation. This is an active warrant that we're pursuing right now. Unless you want to get arrested, get the fuck out. Get the fuck out of here. Luckily, they were minors. I don't think if they weren't minors and the police knew who they were. If they wasn't minors, that could have went left too. It's like, yo, so I've seen this happen. Like, yo, you cannot do that. You cannot interfere with what they got going on. You will be arrested. Like, that's normal.
No, of course.
So
of
it's
course.
like, yo, bros, save yourself.
I gotta,
and like you said, be a witness. Be there to help your friend, but from a safe distance. Don't keep approaching the situation. You're going to get yourself in trouble. And
I might have to see a new angle, but the only angle that I saw was Calais Campbell standing at a distance and then the cop approaching him.
Yeah.
That's all. That's the only angle that I saw. It didn't look like he was actively interfering. It looked like he was being a bystander, which was good in a situation which could have went left haywire.
Also, keep in mind too, like with the police, I know that their protocol is 2 to 1. So for every one man on the scene, they need 2 police officers, which is why they're so quick to be like, yo, back the fuck up. We don't have enough manpower to handle this situation. On top of that, you talking about 6'9", 300-pound Calais Campbell and Jonnu Smith, another gigantic motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Tyreek Hill at 5'9" probably can destroy all those police because he is physically, you know, he's an NFL player. He's fucking strong. Like, so regardless, all I'm saying is, man, like, save yourself in that situation. Let the police do what they're doing, especially if you know your boy's not in no. It's Tyreek Hill. It's not like he's riding around with anything illegal. He's not. It's a traffic ticket. It's clearly escalated past that because they got him on the curb and all that shit. But it's like, yo, bro. And I also understand the fact that it's like, yo, if I'm in the NFL, I'm gonna go over there and try to explain myself too. Like, yo, bro, that's $100 million man. Like, yo, can we like, we got to go to work. Like, right there. Like, so I get where they were coming from, but also like, being self-aware, like, yo, all that NFL shit is out the door at the end of the day.
But that's what I'm saying.
All that shit don't matter.
That's what I'm saying. You talking about, you know, over a traffic ticket, some people die for a lot less. You know what I mean?
For sure.
You know, I absolutely do not fault them for, you know, trying.
But that's what I was saying, though. Just be a little self-aware, because it can save a life, and it can de-escalate the situation if you didn't go over there, because they were already fucking on one. They were already on one, like. And there's nothing Calais Campbell could have did besides sit there and watch.
But it's just ironic. We see oh my gosh, look how he was treated. But I'm saying, if somebody else that looks like Tyreek Hill, if that happens to Tyreek Hill, imagine what goes on.
Yeah, those people wouldn't give a fuck. They wouldn't have said a word.
Who aren't Tyreek Hill? Who don't have Tyreek Hill money? Who are Joe Schmoes? Nobody.
That shit really was fucked up, man. I hated to see that shit, bro. Like, I don't know. It's actually really triggering, man. I don't know. Like, just seeing that shit and knowing that, like, yo, this could easily go another way.
Easily
go another way.
It could have easily went another way.
Yeah.
The power trip was crazy.
Yeah, and you see that shit firsthand. So it's sad situation, but luckily everybody's alive. However it gets handled through the systems, through the courts. I know that some of the officers were on administrative leave.
But do you think they would have been on administrative leave if it wasn't Tyreek Hill? Of course not. That quickly?
Absolutely not. Nah, probably not.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. Of course not. Absolutely not. What am I talking about?
Absolutely not. So they get a paid vacation. So that's another story for another day. I have another issue I have with another day. So
yeah, it was wild. But I mean, speaking of the NFL, I mean, let's talk about sports a little bit, man. Like, I'm not gonna lie, FanDuel is my top op. I'm not gonna lie. Yo, bro, what? Mind you, I only lost like $100. But when I tell you I'm fucking heated, bro, why no quarterback could throw for 200 yards this fucking week besides Baker Mayfield?
Yeah.
What the fuck was that about?
Yo, it was all, Yo,
what the fuck was that about? Everybody threw for $150, $170.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, Caleb Williams, 92 yards. Are you shitting me? You couldn't give me a $175 game?
Nah.
Yo, bro, what the fuck?
But they ended up winning that game, too.
Yeah, they ended up fucking winning that game. We won a game. We didn't score a fucking touchdown. We got 6 field goals. Shout out to the Steelers.
Shout out to Boz, feel me?
Yo.
Wizard of Boz, you feel me?
Yo, bro.
It was an interesting week, and I feel like you know, it's week 1. Everybody's getting, the offenses got to get clicking. You know, you normally see that where the defenses dominate early,
but everybody played horrible.
Yeah, overall,
Baker Mayfield legit might have had the best
Baker was balling.
Threw for like 298, like 4 touchdowns.
Baker was cooking.
Yeah, nobody even came close to that.
And it's ironic the fact that Baker's cooking, and you see Deshaun.
Yo, I just seen a meme. It was like, this would only happen to the fucking Browns. Like, they trade Baker Mayfield, get Deshaun Watson, and now Baker Mayfield's better than Deshaun Watson. What the fuck?
And not only that, did you speaking of Deshaun, did you hear he has another allegation?
Yo, Deshaun motherfucking Watson.
And if you read the story,
he need to get a body cam. He needs a personal body cam to document everywhere the fuck he goes. No, because they are trying to R. Kelly him out the game.
No. The allegations and what Jane Doe is alleging in the suit, yo, he's really a sick man. If it's true,
freaky ass.
No, he
a 69.
No,
guy.
he really yo. That Freako is gonna be different, bro. Yo, because he's really
He might have a real problem.
No,
it's one of them situations like don't 20-something people say the same thing about you and none of it's true.
The same story.
The same story, and this allegation comes from 2020, which is right around the time the other allegations came, but this one's coming a little different.
Did you read what actually happened allegedly?
I briefly saw it, but I mean, I just know it's sexual misconduct. That's all I know. Like, I didn't look into the details of like what kind of freaky shit he did. He put his dick in the popcorn. Like, what happened?
The popcorn. Allegedly, they were gonna go out for a date. Mm-hmm. He pulls up to her house or whatever. She's getting ready. She walks out and he's ass naked, laid face forward. Face forward, his back up, and he wants a massage. And he points. He wants a massage on his ass, apparently, allegedly. And then he turns around and starts like jerking himself, like mad weird, bro. Like
allegedly,
all allegedly. But he's a sick individual. He needs to be.
If this is true.
It's all allegedly, but that's what she's alleging in the suit, and all the stories sound very similar.
Yeah, because I heard it. I knew it had something to do with another massage, but I'm like, what's up with this motherfucking massage?
She's not even masseuse.
Was she a masseuse?
No.
That is what I heard. I heard it was something about a massage again.
No, she's not even. But
first of all, if you're Deshaun Watson, first of all, you just got $230 million. Well, it was even before that, but still, you're $100 million man. Why the fuck are you going to a girl's house in the first place? What are you doing? Like, what are you doing, gang? Like, I want to see the ring cam footage. Did he go inside that woman's house? Because if so, that's fucking weird in itself. I'm not going into nobody's house if I got $100 million. You're coming to my extra house. Not even my main crib. Yeah, I'm bringing you to the penthouse.
With nothing's in there.
But I'm not going to nobody's house. So what are you talking about? That's a good way to die. That's a good way to get set up, robbed, killed, shot.
But that it's all similar. So now it's 20 plus women saying similar stories about you.
Hey, Deshaun, I hope we get to the bottom of this, and I hope people lying on you, man, because that is fucking weird, bro. Like, it's fucking weird, and like you said, the 20-some people don't say the same thing about you, and all of it's a lie. It's just no.
In 20 different situations, they don't even know each other.
Eerily similar.
No, he's a sick man. He needs to be put behind bars. Talking about NFL, he should not be playing anywhere.
Yeah,
he should not be playing anywhere.
I don't know, man. I really hope it's not, because Deshaun's also young. He's like, what, 28, 29?
I don't give a damn how old he is.
I'm just saying, though, like, what the fuck? To see if your demise to being $100 million man is going to be to some freaky ass shit like that, bro.
Yeah, he's extra freaky, bro. He should be indicted. The Freako is gonna be crazy. I'm telling you.
Ah, man,
he should be. He's the next one that should be.
And it's crazy too, because speaking on Freakos, I seen Diddy just lost a lawsuit, $100 million lawsuit to an inmate in Michigan. I don't know if you got to see that.
No, about what?
Apparently, this dude was saying the same type of situation where Diddy had him at the freak off. Diddy had him doing some shit that he wasn't really trying to do, but he did it because it was Diddy, and he felt forced, and he felt the power. It was that situation. But yeah, Diddy apparently lost that lawsuit. I'm gonna say allegedly, just so we don't get sued, just in case. But yeah, look it up. Like, it's a big thing. Word. Yeah. Right. And mind you, the dude is locked up right now, the guy who he lost the lawsuit to. Damn. So I'm not even sure what the fuck's going on. But apparently it's a $100 million lawsuit. I'm lost. I don't know what the fuck's going on right now. All I know is, this shit is getting freakier and freakier.
Yeah, but those are two freak demons.
Yeah,
they both need to be put under jail.
We got to pivot from the freak off back to football real quick, because one of the main topics that's been going on is this year's Super Bowl halftime show. Now, for people who don't know, Kendrick Lamar was officially announced as the 2025 Super Bowl halftime show performance, Super Bowl 59 halftime show performance, which for people who don't know is one of the biggest concerts on the planet.
The first rapper to headline the Super Bowl halftime show by himself.
Really?
Yeah. First rap artist.
Wow.
By himself.
Wow. Now,
first solo.
one of the biggest things that's been going on, though, so Super Bowl 59 will be held in New Orleans, Louisiana, home of one of the greatest rappers of all time, Lil Wayne.
Yes.
Now, a lot of people, the public is in an uproar because they feel like Kendrick Lamar, being Kendrick Lamar, is still great. Nobody's too mad at Kendrick. People are more mad at Jay-Z in the NFL because people don't know Jay-Z and the NFL came together.
Rock Nation.
Yeah, Rock Nation, the NFL, and Jay-Z. The NFL personally hired Jay-Z to curate these halftime shows, which is why you're seeing a sudden uprising in a lot of black faces in the NFL Super Bowl halftime show. We never seen no shit like this. Before this, we had Maroon 5 and
Bon Jovi.
Bon Jovi and shit like that. That's all great, don't get me wrong. But now, you know, the last, like, what, 4 Super Bowls? It's make no mistake about it. Jay-Z got a lot to do with why you see Rihanna headline and Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg headline. Usher going crazy. Usher went crazy. Usher, you feel me? And now we get Kendrick Lamar. But what I'm saying is, so a lot of people are upset. They feel like Lil Wayne should be the one headlining because it's in the middle of New Orleans. I want to hear your take on it. How do you feel about Kendrick Lamar?
You know, and a lot of New Orleans legends are coming out. You see Master P made a statement. Percy made a statement. Hurricane Chris made a statement. Boosie made a statement. They all,
Shout out to Baton Rouge. The whole Louisiana is coming out in support for Lil Wayne.
Yep, a lot of Louisiana is coming out in support for Lil Wayne. It should have been Lil Wayne. But before I get into my take, I want to talk about some of the statements some of the people have made. So, first, I want to talk about Birdman. Stunner.
Big SMFH tweet.
Stunner. In reality, Stunner came out saying that, you know, Jay-Z's attacking Lil Wayne, Drake, and Nicki, and he hates him. But in reality, Stunner, nobody hates Lil Wayne more than you. Nobody hates Lil Wayne more than you. Nobody.
Damn.
Let's talk. That's my take. Let's talk about it. From not paying him, from hijacking and not releasing a lot of his music, from trying to replace him with Young Thug and the whole Rich Gang, trying to replace Lil Wayne, to being affiliated with the guy who shot up Lil Wayne's tour bus and speaking to him on the phone while he's in jail. He wants to act like Lil Wayne hates Jay-Z when Lil Wayne helped. Jay-Z hates Lil Wayne when Jay-Z helped Lil Wayne out of $14 million taxes. Lil Wayne owned $14 million in taxes. Jay-Z helped him, and Lil Wayne said Jay-Z didn't want anybody to know he helped him. Stunner, where was you at? Stunner? And
that was a harsh take.
No, but seriously.
I get what you. I definitely get what you're saying.
Come on, bro. Come on.
I think to say that Birdman hates Lil Wayne.
But no,
I get the point you're trying to drive.
The point I'm making is,
he's been more detrimental than Jay-Z will ever be.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying he actually hates him more, but I'm saying.
I know what you mean.
And then the second person I want to talk about is Nicki Minaj.
Okay.
Nicki Minaj has been going crazy since this. Onika. Step to the plate. She was talking about how Lil Wayne's how Jay-Z's a house nigga. She was talking about how when Kaepernick took a knee, Jay-Z took a check from the NFL. You know, which could be broken down in its own. We can have a debate about that. But let's look at A, the source, and B, the person she's defending. Onika, what have you done for the community?
Jesus.
What have you done? You talking about you talking about Jay-Z's a house nigga. I've seen Jay-Z do a lot. Jay-Z has done a lot behind the scenes throughout the years. What have you done for the community? You want to talk about house? What have you done? And the person you're defending, Lil Wayne. This is the same man who said racism's not real. There's no such thing as racism because he looks out in the crowd and sees white fans. He has such a solipsistic view of the world and looking at it through his own lens that he can't see racism because you have white fans. He said he doesn't feel connected to anything that he's not personally connected to. Not only that, he said you're a damn fool if you do. If you feel personally connected to anything, and then he proceeds to pull out his red bandana. That's the only thing he feels connected to. So, you're talking about somebody who doesn't give a damn about anybody else.
Damn.
So you want to talk about Jay-Z being a house nigga? Look at A, the source that it's coming from, and B, the person he's defending.
Yeah, you know, Lil Wayne did a lot of drugs, so he's gonna say some fuck shit. Yeah, he didn't say all of that. I'm not giving him an excuse, but it's Lil Wayne.
Drugs don't got.
It's Lil Wayne. I don't want to
to
hear nothing political or anything smart coming from Lil Wayne's mouth. I want to hear him rap, and I want to hear him be one of the greatest rappers ever. But I definitely 100% get what you're saying. Yeah, you just broke down some shit. It's true. Everything you said was facts.
Like you talking about Jay-Z being a house nigga. Look at the person you're defending.
It's facts.
One of the biggest coons in the industry. Come on now.
You know what I think though? Like I think it's very clear what the problem is. Lil Wayne's too hood. He got like 4 gun charges. He like there's no way the NFL can get behind it, even if they wanted to. It's like it's too much of a blemish on their look of trying to stay prestigious and clear and clean cut, and Lil Wayne super gang bangered out, like been in jail mad times. Drugs
and I don't like
super drugs, not just weed, a lot of drugs. Yeah, the double cup. It's too much.
I don't like the fact that how this is making everybody saying Kendrick versus Wayne. You know what I mean? Everybody's trying to put it.
Only a fool could think that.
Kendrick versus no, but I'm saying,
and because Lil Wayne being so attached to the Drake situation, people are like, Drake's losing again. It's like nah,
and
dog.
Then like let me answer your question how I feel about it. I personally think this should be Lil Wayne's time, but that at the end of the day, Beyonce performed in New Orleans in 2014 at the Super Bowl. Nobody said anything. Yeah. Nobody was up in arms back then. Yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah. But I think Kendrick would be a great performer, and if you want to talk about an artist that's hot now, I mean, who else you know what I mean? Like I think he's the perfect pick,
and he's also like a fucking perfect image where
that's
he
what
has
I'm saying.
No blemishes.
Clean cut. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Cut. I feel
what are your thoughts on the whole situation?
I think the idea of like, okay, number one, I do think Lil Wayne deserved to
yeah, me
perform.
Too.
I was actually kind of outraged because Kendrick already performed at the Super Bowl.
Yeah, technically, yeah, he did.
Not technically, he did. He had a whole set. He had a whole set in the middle of that when they did the LA thing, and the LA thing was the first time that Super Bowl halftime was dedicated to the city that they're performing in.
The first time, yeah.
That was the first time that's ever been done. Now we're treating it like every city they go to, they got to pay homage to the number one artist.
That's what I'm saying.
But
exactly.
I say that with the same, like I said though, I still do feel like Lil Wayne deserved that. Though.
I agree.
You know, but
I'm like,
it's just, I think it's a corporate thing where it's like, bro, Lil Wayne's too gangster, bro. We can't do it with Lil Wayne. I'm sorry, but I do want to put this take out there. I think Kendrick, if you know anything about Kendrick, you know he's a super Wayne fan since a baby. Like that's one of the things. If you know anything about Kendrick Lamar, you ever listen to Kendrick Lamar EP, you ever listen to Overly Dedicated, he's constantly paying homage to Lil Wayne and how that was his favorite rapper. So I think Lil Wayne will perform. I think Lil Wayne will come out. I
can definitely see that.
But, and I mean, it's just so appropriate for Wayne to come out, even with all the bullshit. Because you know, one thing I've noticed that I really want to point out, because me being somebody who just got his face tatted recently, I look on TV now and I see people like Jelly Roll, I see people like Post Malone, and they're doing corporate commercials. They're doing T-Mobile commercials, they're doing AT&T commercials, they're doing Super Bowl shit, they're doing football commercials on opening day. So you're starting to see where all these corporations are getting behind these motherfuckers with the crazy tattoos. You know what I'm saying? You never saw that before.
No. 30 years ago, they've been like, oh.
You see DraftKings and Prize Picks. They got Jelly Roll in these commercials. And y'all know Jelly Roll is one of the biggest artists in the country.
Yeah.
And super tattooed, crazy looking white dude, but you know, he's one of America's favorites. And you know, so I like the direction it's going. You know what I'm saying? Even if it took these white artists to open that door, I think that it's definitely a step forward, and it's gonna only work in favor for, you know, people who look like them and people who look like us, that are like, you know, I don't think I should be held back by getting my forehead tattooed if I wanted to. You know, it doesn't mean I'm a criminal. It doesn't mean anything. I'm me at the end of the day. I'm an entertainer. So I just wanted to throw that in there, my bad. But kind of random, a little off topic. But at the same time, I just want to say, Lil Wayne's image, I don't want to say Lil Wayne's image, physical image, has anything to do with why he couldn't perform. I just think it has to do a lot with his background. The NFL's like, you know, he's super drugged out. Like, don't get me wrong, Snoop smoked weed his whole life, but weed is one thing. Lil Wayne is very well known for seizures from fucking the drugs he's on, the lean, double cup. Like, it's the NFL just couldn't get behind it. So I think that's the reason why I stayed away from it. I don't think it has anything to do with they don't feel like Lil Wayne isn't deserving of it. It's just like, yeah, he's too dirty of an image for us. Like,
I definitely see that side, and everyone's talking about how Jay-Z doesn't like Drake, and it's an attack against Drake and everything they got
that's
going on.
That's stupid to say Jay-Z doesn't like Drake. That's what with the amount of features he's giving, he only does Drake features. Jay-Z has done maybe 5 features in the last 10, 15 years, and they've all been with Drake.
Yo, bro.
The only person he gives the features to was Drake and Beyonce.
I'm telling you, the narratives, bro. The narratives, a lot of these.
Yeah, that's ridiculous to say that he doesn't like Drake.
And then I don't know if
he gives him a verse every album.
I don't know if you saw Rory and Mal. When Mal was talking about he spoke with Drake, and Drake was saying how he turned down the Super Bowl numerous times.
I believe that,
and
I believe it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I believe that.
That he turned it down numerous times?
I don't know if I believe that.
I don't think Drake has a reason to lie. And why would he? I think Drake is like the clear cut who's like, he's the biggest artist in hip hop. Like, I think if anybody, that's the motherfucker who should have been getting the opportunity to perform just because he fits the criteria in every fucking way. As far as like he can do something for the ladies. What the fuck is Kendrick gonna do for the ladies?
I think Drake would be an outstanding Super Bowl performance.
But also Drake,
I don't.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No,
you go ahead. I be talking too much.
I don't. No. I don't think he turned down Super Bowl. I don't. I just
keep in mind Super Bowl is free. You don't get paid to perform at the Super Bowl.
I know that.
Right, you don't get $1 to perform at the Super Bowl. They put a budget for your set and everything. You don't have to spend no money,
actually get paid.
But you don't get $1 for that shit. You're doing it for the love, the look, the stream, to be historic. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think Drake. I don't see a reason for him to lie. And I don't know why
you don't see a reason for him to lie. You mean
about turning down the Super Bowl?
But you mean when he said he had a nuke for Pusha T that never came out? You
think he didn't?
I don't think he did, or else he would have dropped it. Feeding him false information. Like, he been lying when it comes to the beef shit. He been lying when it comes to that. And I can see him saying, Kendrick got it. Oh yeah, I'm gonna turn it down. Man, come on. I don't necessarily believe it.
I think Drake knows, like, yo, bro, I can do the Super Bowl any year I want. Like, I could do that shit 10 years from now. Like, it's fine.
I think he'd be one of the best Super Bowl performers.
Yeah. It also is like he doesn't need it right now. He's been on a hot streak for 15 years.
No, he never needed it.
The Super Bowl tends to like be like a resurgence for a lot of people. Like, it's almost never like the most popular person right now performing at the Super Bowl. Look into the history of it. Even just recently, Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg, they wasn't relevant, like, as far as music.
Oh yeah, of course.
50 Cent, Eminem, none of those people matter. When Beyonce did it in 14, she was popping, but she's Beyonce. She's like a different level.
She's like Drake. She's on.
When Maroon 5 did it, they weren't the big. When Prince performed, he was 20 years past his prime.
Remember Red Hot Chili Peppers?
Red Hot Chili, when they way past their prime. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's never the hottest person right now that performs. That's never been a thing. Janet Jackson, when she did it with Justin Timberlake, Justin was that guy, but not Janet.
Justin was that guy at that time.
Yeah, at that time.
That was 01, 02. That was,
that was like 04.
Usher, Usher.
Like, so I feel like Drake's like, yo, that's gonna be like a little battery pack that I'm gonna save on the side for 10, 20 years from now, because I'm gonna still be able to do that,
man.
Because I'm still gonna be
popping. And the thing about Drake, man, he has so much music. Somebody be upset he didn't know this song. He didn't do that song. He didn't do that song. You know what I mean? He has so much.
That's the weird thing about the Super Bowl. You got 15 minutes, bro. It's the biggest concert, and it's 15 minutes.
Yeah.
I think they prolong. I think it's like 20, maybe 30.
Yo, they really be cheating, bro, with the sets and everything, how they move everything.
It's incredible.
They create the stages and all that, like, on the fly.
Because people gotta understand, man, the Super Bowl is really a historic. Like, at the end of the day, I've said this before, like, if this world was to end, meteor strikes, nuclear bombs, whatever the fuck happened, the next civilization that would come about would scavenge the earth and see these stadiums and see these things the same way we see the Colosseum in Rome, and we're like, yo, what? You only start to imagine, like, yo, what was happening here? What kind of live entertainment was this? What kind of crazy, like what they do here?
Like
what was society doing here? Like, it's gonna be the same thing when we look back into like if the new civilization was to pop up in 300 years and look back and see these NFL fields, they'd be like, yo, whatever the humans was doing hundreds or thousands of years ago, this shit had to be important.
Yo, right?
You know, like,
yo,
you look like
these
it's only been
stadiums.
58 Super Bowls. We're going on the 59th. Like, this is a historic event in humanity. It's not just the sport, I'm telling you. Because when you go into the Aztecs and you go into these Mayan ruins, and one of the most important things they highlight is, yo, these people had sports. These people had kings that were and rulers that were decided because the people were good at sports. You look at like the Greek, and you look at they cherish athletes. Like in society, it's always been a thing to cherish our athletes and to treat them like, you know, even our first couple presidents, they were chosen because they were war heroes, because the things they did physically, they were out there and they were doing shit. They were putting land on feet, feet on land, outside, killing shit for this country, outside.
And that makes sense,
right?
And that makes sense. You know, who
risking their lives.
Who are you gonna get behind? The one that's best at survival.
Yeah.
Who's the person I'm gonna get behind? The one that's best at survival.
Right.
The one that can, you know what I mean?
And it's the same thing. So, you know, it's really way bigger than just, oh, he gets to perform at halftime. Nah, bro, this is a historical event that will be talked about thousands of years from now. Thousands.
And
thousands.
And not only that, it's like especially what's been going on this year. You know, I feel like that's gonna. Extra eyeballs are gonna be on. Just they want to know exactly what set he's gonna do, what songs he's gonna do.
Yeah,
you know?
I don't think he's gonna do that like us. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think that's gonna happen.
Nah, he's gonna do Meet the Grams.
He talks too much about pedophilia and shit. Like, I don't think the NFL is gonna be like, yeah, we're good on that one.
Nah, I don't think. I think he'll do it. I don't know.
Bet? I gotta bet. I'll put $20. I don't think he's doing it.
You want $20 right now?
$20 on camera?
right now?
$20 on camera? I don't think not like us.
I want my Andrew. I want my firm Andrew.
I got you.
If we're not watching Super Bowl together, as soon as he performs, I'm gonna FaceTime.
Yeah, I'll cash out you the 20. Yeah,
say that.
We got this document. I don't think not like us is gonna be performing.
I think he's gonna do it.
Nah,
I don't. So. But you know how they sometimes they do radio versions where they don't even say half of the words.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, dance it off. Like, yeah. I 1,000%.
Hold on, let's clarify this. When I say performing, I mean like he has to do the verse, not just let the beat start real quick and then because I think he's gonna like kind of hint at it, like let the beat start.
See,
I'm talking about performing.
See. No, so you want him to say every word of the song?
No,
like you feel me? How we doing?
If he lets the song, I'm just saying it has to be more than just the horns in the beginning. Like he has to sit there and do the song.
Okay, yeah, no, I think he's gonna do it.
Like, I don't think he's gonna do.
I think he's gonna do
verse.
it. I think he's gonna do it because and another reason why I think he's gonna do it because if you look at Kendrick Lamar's catalog, he has a really good catalog, but that's one of the songs like I can see him with dancers behind him bopping to that. You feel me? Like,
but do you think he's gonna do the verse?
He's gonna perform the songs. See, you talking about semantics. Yeah. He's gonna perform the song.
I should have probably clarified that.
He's gonna perform the song.
I'm probably end up owing you $20 because they're gonna start the horns, but I don't think he's gonna go into the actual verse.
Well, he's not gonna do all three verses.
No. I don't think he's gonna do a verse. He'll do they're not like us, but they're not going to mention Drake being a pedophile. It's not happening.
Like I don't said, like you know how in radio edits,
I'm gonna owe him $20.
A lot of the times,
I'm gonna owe him $20 off the intro.
They absolutely gonna watch.
Yeah, the intro for sure, but I don't see him.
And you know, like I said, that's a bop. Like that's something where I can see him on stage with background dancers and everything.
Yeah,
like absolutely,
I'm definitely losing that $20 because of that. But I refuse. I'm gonna still stand on. He's not performing a word into that lyric. He won't perform a word into that verse. I promise you.
All right.
I promise you. I'm gonna owe you that $20. I already know. But he's not performing a word into that verse. I'll put another 20. He's not performing a word into that verse. He will not. He will not.
All right.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Well, we'll see. I feel like he's gonna have a lot of surprises and everything for you know.
He better bring out Lil Wayne, bro.
I think he will. I think he will.
Yeah.
I think he will.
Yeah.
But you know, I just feel like I don't like how the narratives are being spun. They're being spun Jay-Z. I mean, Kendrick versus Wayne, and I don't like how they're trying to discredit one to big up the other. Either discredit Lil Wayne saying, well, have you seen his last performances? You know, is he even a good performer? And then they're trying to discredit Kendrick saying, well, you know, is his catalog as good? Is he gonna? I don't like how they're trying to discredit one to big up the other. In the situation, they're trying to pin one against the other, and I don't like the narrative. That has nothing. I don't think it has anything to do with that.
But I do love the fact that we're getting like people that we actually want to see at the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
No shots to the people that we done. I'm like, come on, bro. Like y'all was fucking killing me with the shit that we seen before. Like, bro, give us somebody we give a fuck about. Like, real talk. Like, real talk, please. Like, I see Travis Scott performing at the Super Bowl real soon too. I think that's gonna happen probably like next year, in the next like 2-3 years.
You think so?
I think he has to. He has to. Who else is as relevant that could rock a show the way that he could rock a show that's like accepted by everybody, that's like no blemish. He's super cool.
No blemish. I don't know about with
Travis.
I'm talking about as far as
he didn't directly do. Listen, I just watched Playboi Carti get an award for something, and I still don't understand. Listen, I love Carti's music, but I can't get behind him as a person.
No, I don't understand Carti's music at all.
I love.
I don't understand,
and that's
I don't
the point.
understand
I love that though.
I don't know.
There's nothing to understand.
No. But I don't see the hype behind. I don't see it. That's
the important thing about it though. You have to respect that. The fact that bro been popping for like 10 years, and he was supposed to be in and out of here, just like Yachty, just like Lil Uzi. They were supposed to be in and out of here. Get the fuck out. But instead,
chill. Don't
Carti,
disrespect Uzi like that for me.
He was right in the same boat. They from the same draft class and all that.
But you said Uzi not out of here for me.
He was supposed to be out of here in 2-3 years. That was the thing. Rap was a 2-3 year thing. Even the biggest of the big, 50 Cent. Oh, you 2-3 years, you're out of here. Playboi Carti just dropped another song with The Weeknd. Arguably one of the greatest artists of this generation. Arguably a top 3, top 5 of this generation. For sure, like for sure, as far as hip hop and R&B is considered. But even pop.
Speaking of, the Weeknd did a Super Bowl halftime too.
Oh yeah, see,
but he was in his, that was in his like primary. You know what I mean? When he performed, that was in his primary. Kind of.
Yes, he had just dropped an album.
Yeah,
so you could say,
you know what I mean?
But he hasn't gone though. Like he's been in his prime his whole time.
Yeah,
kind of like when Beyonce performed in 2014. Like she's been in his prime the whole time at that time. Like
Abel,
you're right though. Abel did. He did his thing.
He did his thing.
Yeah.
But you're right. I'm glad they're doing
people that we give a fuck about. You know, like The Weeknd, of course. Yeah. Bring the fuck on.
Like I said, I would like to see Lil Wayne as far as you know the relevance and everything, but that has never been a thing where you know the area that's being performed where they're bringing up a relevant artist from that. The only time that's happened was LA. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And they're all up in arms. Like I said, Beyonce performed in 2020. I think it was the 2014.
Yeah, I
in
remember
New Orleans. Nobody was up in arms about that.
Yeah, nah.
You know what I mean? All this sudden, you know, Lil Wayne's a shoo-in, and
that's because in hip hop. We put so much emphasis and like importance into where people are from.
It should be.
Yeah, and it should
absolutely.
be. But only hip hop gives a fuck about.
Yes,
that. That's why when Beyonce did it, nobody gave a fuck because it's Beyonce.
No, but okay, I see what you're saying. I feel I actually agree with that because I feel like if it was another artist, they wouldn't have went so hard about being Lil Wayne should be able
like
to
if it was fucking Jelly Roll, Post Malone, we'd be like, all right, whatever. Post Malone.
That is that is true.
I feel like it's because it's hip hop. It's so important. Like, nah, this is L.A. Nah, this is New York. Nah, this is Texas. We gotta make sure
all
we
that is relevant. All that is relevant.
Yeah, to us.
All that is relevant.
We give a fuck about that.
Yeah, because
they don't give a fuck about that in mainstream America.
But I feel like I might be wrong, but I feel like when it comes to hip hop in general, as far as I feel like it's different than other genres to where it's very regional. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that you know, pop, maybe country has different regions to where they sound different, but it's not the same as far as hip hop.
Yeah,
as far as regions and sound and cadences and beats and and you know, as far as hip hop is literally very regional, very territorial.
It's important to be representing where you're from in hip hop.
Yes,
we're like we don't give a fuck where Ariana Grande is from. We don't even remember Justin Bieber's from Canada. We don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
Justin Bieber
because
just Justin.
Pop music is like
Justin Timberlake's from fucking
Virginia.
No, he's from Tennessee. He's from Tennessee.
Okay, Tennessee.
Pharrell was just his producer.
Yes,
so we associate him with Virginia. He's from Tennessee. He's from Memphis. All the way, Memphis, Tennessee. You know? Remember in Senorita? Yeah, he's from Memphis. But we also got to talk about this rampant fucking viral thing that's going on that's fucking my head up. Because you had posted it in our topics list, and I've been seeing it, and I've been wanting to talk about it.
Sad,
and
bro.
We got to discuss how the fucking government has pushed fucking whippets into our community. This the new conspiracy. This just like crack. They're saying that the government is putting Whippets into our community, and they're making it extremely accessible and legal. Because you can go get you a Whippets can. If y'all don't know what Whippets is, by the way, it's nitrous oxide in a fucking can.
Yeah.
And if you've seen these rap videos, or you see a lot of people are making it popular, where you see like these young kids, they're walking around with this giant canister of pressurized nitrous oxide, and they got these balloons, and they're filling it up, and then you see people like huffing balloons. That is the new drug in America, ladies and gentlemen.
The nitrous oxide is a thing where in the canister that makes it go. So like whipped cream or like shaving cream, it's the chemical that makes it.
Yeah, it's just it adds the pressure that
pressurizes it.
And it's what makes it shoot out of the can. And that is being abused more than ever, and it's being popularized.
And it's unfortunate because I feel like when it comes to rap music, especially within the past few years or so, few decades or so, it's like there was the lean era. You know what I mean? There was the Xan and the Perks era. And now it seems like it's the Whippet era where, you know, these kids or everybody's being influenced by huffing canisters.
Yeah.
And which is very deadly, and it kills brain cells. And like, what are we doing here? Why is it like they're making it cool? They're making it mainstream,
bro. And it's fucking me up because I remember like seeing Gunna and Young Thug posting that shit, but they weren't really glorifying it, like showing it. People, I would only see them through like other people posting on like at the studio, and then you'll see them with like balloons in their hands, and I didn't really think nothing of it. You know, it wasn't until like Shoreline Mafia, like a lot of LA. In LA, that was a real popping thing.
Yeah.
Though. Before like 2017, 2016, people were like low key though. It was low key. Now you go on Twitter and you see 15, 16-year-old minorities. And they got the cannon. It's 6 kids. They each got a cannon in their hand. They're talking about
different colors and ooh,
like
look at us.
This dude Skrilla from Philly. A lot of the Philadelphia artists, they making it a real popping thing too. Like I don't know, man. It's just so much. Like, and it's really sad to see this shit because that shit is killing you in a different way. Like, it's making people lose like the feeling in their feet. It fucks up your limbs, the blood flow to your body, like, and motherfuckers don't even care. They're just like, nah, I'm just trying to get. And it's like the stupidest high. Apparently, it only lasts a couple seconds. That's why they constantly got to keep the can on them, and they got to keep hitting it every minute or two because it's only a couple seconds. It's like fucking huffing a marker. It's like, yo, are you serious? This is what we gone to? It has like this demonic effect on your voice that is fucking creepy, bro. Like the same way helium makes your voice squeaky, this makes your voice super dark, like, and just like it's fucking creepy, bro.
Yeah. Weapons always remind me of Wild Boys and Steve-O. In the early 2000s.
Was one of the pioneers of that shit, and even he did.
He was like in the video. He was like, she was like, it was like a barista at some coffee shop. Would you like whipped cream? He was like, no thanks. I'm addicted to nitrous oxide. I'm like, oh wow, okay.
Like right, we were like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, in the early 2000s, but like,
yeah, he talked about it in one of his YouTube vlogs. Like, yo, bro, this shit is really like not okay, and he said. The way he explained it, like, yo, bro, this shit will literally make you lose an arm. Like, you'll have to get fucking amputations and shit from this shit. So, hey, man, listen, if you want to lose your feet, by all means, do your thing. But like, it ain't for me. Like, it's just fucking sad.
It's becoming mainstream. Like, I feel like it's always something. It's always something. It's and
like I said, I mean, I've been seeing a lot of people in like Philly doing it and like speaking on Philly.
And then they got the different color canisters, and everything.
I swear it's being promoted to the kids because it's in these smoke shops that all these kids go to buy their roll up and their
nice and colorful.
CBDs, and yeah, it's being marketed like, hey, here you go, and it's just like there's no age restriction or none of that shit because it's just like a can of fucking air. But you know, we'll see how this ends up going. But I do want to speak on something because I had mentioned the YBC Duel kid from Philadelphia,
yes,
Mr. Disrespectful, who was murdered.
Yes.
So there's been an arrest made.
Oh.
Yeah, it's been an arrest made. And, yo, bro, mind-blowing as fuck. So, YBC Dude was 25 years old when he was murdered. Apparently, the killer, 16-year-old. 16-year-old from Philadelphia. You know what's even crazier? Had no beef with YBC Dude. When they asked him why, he simply just wanted to be the one known for killing YBC Dude. Bro, the kid is alleged to have shot 8 people within the last 2 days before that. He killed one other person and shot 8 different people. So this kid was on a fucking blood streak. And you know what's even crazier than all that? This was this kid's first arrest. He's never been arrested in his life. Boy jumped off the porch and said, "I'm going for blood," and just started whacking shit.
I'm gonna make a name for myself,
bro. And now he's facing all kinds of life without parole at 16. Probably never got no real. I know for sure he's never gotten any money, because if you got any money, you would never be out there going to kill him. He probably ain't got no real pussy. If he's got any pussy, he was probably teenage pussy. Like, he ain't got no grown woman. He is done. The rest of his life will be around a bunch of grown ass men. And guess what? He ain't got no gun in there. He's a little frail motherfucker. So I'm just thinking, like, little shoot him up, go to jail. Now you got to fight the rest of your life, literally. And it's just like the saddest situation, because, yo, bro, imagine being 25-year-old getting killed by a 16-year-old that has no association.
No.
At all.
Literally.
Wanted to kill you to get a name?
Just to get a name.
This is where we're at?
This is where we're at.
What the fuck?
This
bro,
is where we're at.
Mind blowing, bro. When I saw the reports on who killed, I'm like, what?
You ain't even know him from a hole in the wall.
Didn't know him from a hole in the wall. Kid said, nah, I don't really like his style. I'm going to kill him because I can. Bro. The streets of Philly, the streets, period, are just twisted. And it, you know, prayers up to everybody involved, man. Because
it's a sad story. I didn't even hear there was an arrest made.
The story gonna continue. Like, you think he's the only one of them 16-year-olds, bro? He probably got a whole group of friends that's like that, bro. He got a whole group of, there's a whole group of 15, 16-year-old killers that's outside.
And people, I know right now, people in Philly idolizing him.
Oh, for
man,
sure.
oh gosh.
He's probably, right, he's a legend.
He's the talk of the town.
He's a legend. And he's getting caught up in the shit that he's alleged to have done. Imagine the other shit that he's gotten away with. Other things that they have no idea he did yet, you know? It's just sick, bro. 16, bro. And I mean, I think about it, like, even YBC Dude, he was dissing a kid that got killed 2-3 years ago. That kid was 16. So it's like, think about it. He was 25. 3 years ago, he was like 22, you know, to be dissing a 16-year-old. You was beefing with 16-year-olds, gang?
Bro, but you them 16-year-olds ain't 16, bro. They
them
35.
Motherfuckers gonna whack you,
they
right?
35. But I'm saying, when you jump off the porch that early, man, sometimes when you get in adult situations, and you have to grow up so early, teenagers ain't really teenagers.
Yeah, but I'd be damn, bro. 25 to get murdered by a 16-year-old? 16.
But it's not only the age, it's the fact that there was no affiliation. It ain't like,
right.
You know what I mean? It ain't like, oh, you know, he's connected with the he's beefing with his son's brother's cousin.
Nope. Not a retaliation, not a revenge, nothing. He just said, I want to be the one who killed Mr. Disrespectful. See? And it's just a real lesson to the kids that's coming up that want to be YBC Dude, that want to be the most disrespectful, that want to diss all the dead, that want to antagonize and make music with the sole purpose of disrespecting other people and the sole purpose of being a detriment to your community. This is the overall result. You can get killed by a motherfucker that don't even know you, give a fuck about you, had no reason to kill you. He just want to kill you because it's fun. He want to kill you because this is the energy you're putting out. So I think that's a real lesson that should be expressed and shared.
I agree.
Like, listen, man.
I agree.
Watch what you. That tongue is mighty powerful, bro. The words you speak get you in some shit.
Extremely important. The word you speak.
Yeah.
You might be putting a target on your back, and you don't even realize you're putting a target on your back.
Yeah, bro. 16 years old, man. Sad because the family has to mourn over their child going to jail forever, and another family has to mourn over their child being deceased. And the story continues. The cycle continues.
The cycle continues. Before we get out of here, you spoke about jail. Did you see young boy got 26 months?
Ooh, yeah, 27
months.
Yeah,
27 5-year probation. And is he facing another case?
Nah, they so he had state cases and federal cases. It was called a global plea, apparently. That's what it's called, global plea.
I never heard of that.
Right. I've heard of the sentences being run at the same time, because even my dad went through something like that where they had the state case and a federal case, they put it together and, just do the time in the feds. Sometimes, though, a lot of times, they'll be like, no. You do your time in the feds.
And then come holler at us.
Young boy got the kind of money, they're like, nah, just wrap this shit all together. And gave him 27 months, which I think, honestly, is pretty fair. Like, I think it's pretty lenient to what he was facing, like literally like 40-some counts of fraud, and with just like the pills and how he was getting his prescriptions, fraudulently getting prescriptions through the phone or whatever the fuck he was doing. He had dozens of charges from that alone.
And that's not even talking about the guns.
Right, and that's not even talking about the guns. The gun itself is like a 3 to 5 for a felony in possession. So for him to just get 2 years and 3 months, 2 years, 3 months, 27 months, 2 years, 3 months, with good time, I think it's federal, so it's 85%. So he's gonna do about 2 years no matter what.
Yeah.
And honestly, like, you know what? Then he gets off on probation and he's allowed to go be a person again. you know what? Kudos to him. Shout out to Bradford Cohen, his lawyer. I think it'll be for the better. Youngboy's getting to that age where he's maturing. He should be maturing. You know, jail tends to help a lot of people. I think it'll be a help, but you know, who knows?
And I heard, I don't know how true this is. I heard he just had another kid.
Yeah, he did.
I heard he just had another kid.
Yo, bro. Oh, man.
What is that, like 12? Something like that?
So, I don't know. He's putting up Steph Curry numbers. I don't know
He pulling up Nick Cannon numbers. he pulling up
Listen.
What's his name?
Bro.
Listen. Elon Musk numbers.
Young boy, I'm hoping that you get the right help you need, because I think the drugs is honestly the biggest issue. Like, I think the drugs is really where the problem lied, because he was on a deadly path. But yeah, we'll see. Because, you know, this young boy, he'll be fine. 27 months. I mean, you rap about jail in the streets, man. It's just part of the plan. This is part of how this goes.
My always worry is it's unfortunate how, you know, it's the kids, man. These people, they ain't asked for this. Yeah. You know what I mean? Born into this in this craziness. Like, these kids, ain't like, they're like, that is the biggest thing. Like, these kids are innocent in this situation. They ain't be asked to be born into this madness. And you know, I'm hoping all health for all his young ones, but it's just unfortunate.
Yeah, man. But you know, life just unravels itself, and you everybody has to go through what they got to go through, including his kids are gonna have this story and be like, yeah, my dad's Kentrell Golden, and he's a legend. But you know, we'll see. Hoping the best for everybody in this situation, but. Honestly, I'm glad there's been finally a sealed like ending to this.
It's been a long
because he's been in a house arrest for like 3-4 years,
literally.
Bro. So it's like, yo, bro,
the Gold
finally,
Digger Mansion.
Yeah, the grave digger mansion.
Grave digger mansion.
But on that note, man, it's been the Free Gems podcast.
Yes, Free Gems podcast.
We really appreciate you guys tapping in, man.
121,
and we just want to say thank y'all.
Thank you guys
Keep
for tuning
liking,
in,
subscribing,
absolutely,
sharing, and shit, we gone.
We
out
of here
next week.
Good.